This is a Manta Sports Media presentation of 16th Region softball action. Good evening and welcome to East Carter Middle School for tonight's varsity action here between the East Carter Lady Raiders and the Paris Lady Hounds. This is Jeff the Mantis Irwin coming at you live, doing your play-by-play, stats, video, and a little bit of everything else here today. Got the Manta Sports Media crew here with us, giving us some good backup here today. And we should have a pretty good ball game on our hands as we have the East Carter Lady Raiders going to be the home team on the scoreboard tonight, currently 15-4 on the season. Had a very rough game against Lewis County last night, stuck with them there most of the way, and just one or two kind of off innings and kind of changed the game there. It was definitely a night that especially some of them probably will not forget for at least a little bit, as the starting pitcher here tonight as well, Stephanie Tussey, ended up taking 4 shots in the leg and the arm and the stomach, and it was not a good night for her, but she is back out and ready to roll here and going to be pitching here tonight. And they're going to be taking on here the Paris Lady Hounds. They are 4-11 here on the season. As they get the introduction of teams here, we'll go ahead and show the starting lineups here tonight. First of all, here for the home team, the East Carter Lady Raiders. Batting first is going to be Carson Pritchard, the center fielder. Batting second is going to be Lydia Combs, the shortstop. Batting third is going to be Audrey Manning, the first baseman. Batting fourth is going to be, should be Trina Porter there, the catcher. And then batting fifth is going to be Chloe Shelton. Batting sixth is going to be Stephanie Tussey. Batting seventh is going to be Adriana Cordell. Batting eighth is going to be Lakin Nip. And batting ninth is going to be Emily Biddle there at second base. And so we'll get that corrected up here, because that should be Trina, not Tina on there. So we'll get that corrected here. That way so we can get that shown there. And there you go, and that's your starting lineup here for the East Carter Lady Raiders here tonight. And then we'll take a look here at the starting lineup now here for the Paris Lady Hounds. Batting first is going to be Tori Dumford, the center fielder. Batting second is going to be Kendall Baldwin, the pitcher. Batting third is going to be Nia Kinney, the first baseman. Batting fourth is going to be Melisha Jackson, the catcher. Batting fifth is going to be Kay Oliver, the shortstop. Batting sixth is going to be Haley Baldwin, the third baseman. Batting seventh is going to be Carly Guerreri, the second baseman. Batting eighth is going to be Nason Thomas. And then batting ninth is going to be Zoe Slack. And that's going to be your starting lineup there for the Paris Lady Hounds. Of course, as we said last night, East Carter played a top team in the 16th region in the Lewis County Lady Lions. Held on to them there for a long time, up until about the fourth inning. Had only given up 2 runs at that point in time, and then there was 2 more runs there going into the 6th. But then it was that 6th inning that was kind of disastrous there for the Lady Raiders. But they hung in there and played a pretty good game. Lewis County played a great game themselves. And so we're ready here for some more great baseball here tonight. As, of course, East Carter was on a 3-game winning streak before the loss there to Lewis County. And as we get ready here to honor America with the playing of our national anthem. And as the teams head back to the dugouts here and get ready for tonight's game. Of course, East Carter's only given up 2 losses here in the 16th region, one to Ashland Blazer back on the 12th, and then, of course, to Lewis County last night. And, of course, Lewis County, they are definitely proving why they are 18-1 and number 1 in the region there. But East Carter still holding on to the 4th spot here inside of the 16th region. And then taking a look at Paris, a little bit of a rocky start for them as they have picked up wins over Menifee County and Atmore, Alabama, as well as John Hardin and Fort Knox has been their wins here this season. Of course, have 11 losses as well. And it takes a look, if you look at their win-loss on there, it looks like they've only had 2 games that's actually went to 7 innings, and so this should be an interesting matchup here today as either they have won big or they've lost big in those cases. Like I said, they had a win against Menifee County where they defeated them 22-8. They defeated that Atmore, Alabama there 14-1. And then in a shootout there against John Hardin, picked up that victory there 24-23 before picking up another victory there at Fort Knox, which was at Eminence, but they played Fort Knox and defeated them 15-0. So it's almost feast or famine here with this ball club here, and we'll see how they show up here tonight and what kind of team we're going to be facing. And so as we see in the circle here tonight, it's going to be Stephanie Tussey, 9-2 here on the season. Took some shots last night and is pulled back up and is ready to roll here today. And so now taking a look here and getting ready to go. Batting first here for the Lady Hounds is number 5. As hits that to short, gets it over to first, and that's going to be 1 away here for Paris County. Love the music that they got going on here. Frickin' Frack Entertainment keeping us busy. So that's going to be a ground out there. Combs demanding for the first out. And coming up to bat now here is going to be the pitcher, number 8, Baldwin. As she hits that right back to the pitcher, Tussey picks that one up, and that's going to be a quick 2 away. Doesn't give us enough time to even get our graphics up here, but they're on already 2 away here in the top of the first inning. And coming up to bat here is going to be number 3, Nina Kinney there. She's a .419 hitter here for Paris as a senior. First pitch into her. It's going to be called in, a strike 1. So 2 pitches by Tussey ends up getting 2 outs, and then this is the first time she's going to have to go into more than 1 pitch in this inning, or in the, at this batter, as that's going to be swung on and miss. 0-2 now here the count to Kinney. Here's the 0-2 pitch. That's going to be high up in the zone, ball 1. Of course, Paris making the trip here from Central Kentucky. Beautiful day out here today. As looks like it's right about 81 degrees. And that's going to be swung on, and looks like it's going to be fouled off is going to be the call. Count will still remain here at 1-2. So 1-2 with 2 outs here in the top of the first inning. Tussey delivers, and that's going to be fouled off behind the press box here. Count will still remain here at 1-2. Of course, Tussey probably a little bit sore there from last night. Ended up picking up about 4 bruises on herself and showing how tough and determined she is out there on the circle. As that one's going to be high in the zone. Count goes here 2-2. Here's the 2-2 pitch. And that's going to be swung on and headed out toward left field. And that's going to be caught, and that's going to retire the side here for Paris. So a very efficient inning there for Tussey, as that one was flat out to the left. Nip picked that one up. And so After the top of the first inning, Paris gets no runs off of no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. Only 9 pitches there by Tussey in that first inning. And so we're going to be heading to the bottom of the first, where it's going to be the leadoff batters here for East Carter and Pritchard, Combs, and Manning. And so we'll take a brief break and be back here momentarily here on the Mantis Sports Media Network. Broken screen, battery not lasting as long as it used to, broken charging port. Don't just live with it or get an expensive upgrade. Make it like new at Johnny's Gadget Repair. Whether it's an iPhone, iPad, Samsung, or any other major brand, we are here for all of your repair needs. Visit us at our new home at 115 Mill Street in Olive Hill, Kentucky, or call us at 606-316-6223, or check out our Facebook page or visit us online. When you go to the polls in the next election, vote for Robert Sleepy Porter, Republican candidate for Magistrate of District 5 in Carter County. Robert is a lifelong resident of Carter County and will work hard to help and serve the citizens of Carter County and to provide better and safer roads for our families to travel on. Robert would like to hear from you on his Facebook page to see how he can earn your support. Vote for Robert Sleepy Porter for Magistrate District 5, paid for by candidate. Since 1979, James Hardware has proudly served the community of Olive Hill to supply all of your home improvement needs. From paint to tools to hardware to lumber and plumbing supplies, James Hardware has you covered. Be sure to check out their wide selection of case knives, and they are also your authorized steel dealer. James Do It Best Hardware, 137 Scott Street, Olive Hill, Kentucky. Phone number 606-286-2692 or online at james.doitbest.com. And back here at East Carter Middle School, where we're heading into the bottom of the first inning. Your score still remains here, 0-0, as East Carter getting ready to go up to bat. In the circle here for Paris is going to be number 8, Kendall Baldwin, who is 3-6 here on the season through 9 starts. She's thrown 1,219 pitches, been the primary pitcher there for Paris. And so now up to bat here, we'll get the right team up here. It's going to be Carson Pritchard here, number 17 here for East Carter, a 500 hitter here for the Lady Raiders. First pitch comes into her, and that's going to be just outside, ball 1. Second pitch going to be swung on, and looks like that's going to be fouled off, so count will go here now. 1-1. So 1 ball, 1 strike here to Pritchard. Outside, count goes here now to 2-1. So 2 balls, 1 strike here to Pritchard. Count goes outside, so 3-1 here now to Pritchard. As East Carter going to try to get things started off here in the bottom of the first inning. And that's going to be ball 4, so that's going to send Pritchard down to first base. And now coming up here for the Lady Raiders is going to be number 2, Lydia Combs. She's a .476 hitter here for the Lady Raiders. It's got 5 runs and 3 RBIs on the season, not counting the last couple games that we've had here this week. First pitch in her is going to be a strike as runner heads towards second, and she's going to land in there safe. So stolen base there by Pritchard. So called strike at the plate, 0-1 the count. And that pitch is going to be up high in the zone. Count goes here 1-1. So Pritchard at second, Combs at the plate. The shortstop here for East Carter. And that misses on the inside. Count goes here now to 2-1. Of course, if you're in the Grayson area, it's a beautiful day to come out to the ballpark. Come out here at East Carter Middle School, catch yourself a great game here. And then afterwards, go out catch the little fellers across the road there as they are playing some T-ball or Little League games out there as well. So it's a beautiful day for some baseball and softball action here in the Bluegrass. As it's now 3-1 here to Combs. And that's going to be ball 4, so that's going to be back-to-back walks there by Baldwin. And so runners will be at first and second. And so coming up to the plate here now for East Carter is going to be number 50, the first baseman, Audrey Manning, a .583 hitter for the Lady Raiders. 13 runs, 13 RBIs as a senior here for East Carter. First pitch by Baldwin to her. It's going to be in there for called strike 1. Of course, East Carter's got some speed out there on the base path right now in Pritchard and Combs. And that's going to be swung on and just right over top the pitcher's head. Tries to make the decision and goes over toward first. And that's going to advance the runners, but that'll be one away here in the bottom of the first.
Now batting number 24, Trina Porter.
So now runners at second and third here for the Lady Raiders. And come to the plate, it's going to be Trina Porter here for East Carter, a .400 hitter this season, as that one's going to be fouled off down the third base line. Count goes here to 0-1. So no balls, 1 strike here to Porter as Baldwin threw 13 pitches, has thrown 8 balls and 5 strikes. And that's going to be inside. Count goes here to 1-1. And that's going to be swung on, popped up there towards second base. Shortstop Oliver comes over, and that's going to be 2 away here for the Lady Raiders here in the bottom of the first. And coming up to the plate now here is going to be the third baseman in Shelton.
Now batting number 20, Chloe Shelton.
So a 2 away. East Carter still has runners at second and third. And that's going to be swung on, hit back up toward the pitcher. Throws it over toward first, and that is going to retire the side here for the Lady Raiders. As they couldn't put the runners there across the plate. So East Carter ends up picking up no runs off of no hits, no errors, and 2 left on base here for East Carter. And so coming up to the plate here for Paris is going to be the 4, 5, 6 batter in Jackson, Oliver, and Baldwin. We'll take a brief break and be back here momentarily here on the Manta Sports Media Network. Since 1979, James Hardware has proudly served the community of Olive Hill to supply all of your home improvement needs. From paint to tools to hardware to lumber and plumbing supplies, James Hardware has you covered. Be sure to check out their wide selection of case knives, and they are also your authorized steel dealer. James Do It Best Hardware, 137 Scott Street, Olive Hill, Kentucky. Phone number 606-286-2692 or online at james.doitbest.com. For the best in tanning technology, head in Moorhead and Mount Sterling, Kentucky. We have the tanning options that you want and the lotions that you need to keep that summer glow all year long. And stay tuned to the Drive-In's Facebook page for a huge announcement about the return of your favorite burgers, sliders, fries, and drinks. Beach Buns Tanning and the Drive-In are proud supporters of local high school sports. And back here at East Carter Middle School, where it's 0-0 here after the after the first inning. And coming up to the plate here now for Paris is going to be the catcher, number 24. Alicia Jackson.
Leading off the second inning for the Lady Hounds, number 24, Alicia Jackson.
So Jackson, a .524 hitter here for the Paris Lady Hounds. First pitch in her gets fouled off over top the dugout there. And so that's going to be 0-1 the count now here to Jackson. So no balls, one strike here to Jackson. Swings on the second one, and that's going to be 0-2 now the count. As Tussie's thrown 11 pitches so far here, 2 balls, 9 strikes. Great outing so far. It was very efficient, only threw 9 pitches in that first inning. And that one's going to be fouled off just about the exact same spot there. Count will still remain here, 0-2. There's a little girl hanging out in the grass over there, and she's picked up 2 foul balls so far, but she's going to have to watch herself over there as this one swung on and head towards second base, and that's going to be over top the head there of Biddle, so that will end up being an error there against East Carter, as they will have a runner there at first. Or as Paris will have a runner there at first.
Now batting number 1, KK Oliver.
And so now up to the plate here for Paris is going to be KK Oliver. As they overthrow second base, and they're going to send her on toward third. And they're going to push her on toward home as that ball ended up in the outfield. And so the runner there is going to score in from home plate, or from first base, to end up picking up the first run here of the evening for either team. So first pitch was a ball there to Oliver. And that one's going to be fouled off. Count goes here 1-1. So 1-0 your score here in the second inning. As Oliver, 1-1 count. Takes a look at that one, and that one's going to be low in the zone. Count goes here to 2-1. Here's the 2-1 pitch, and that's going to be fouled off. Count evens up here at 2 apiece. So Porter trying to get it out there at second. Overthrows Biddle there, and that one goes into the outfield. Pritchard can't get it back in time. Leads to the first run here of the game. So 3-2 now the count here to Oliver. Nobody out here in the top of the second inning. And that's going to be strike 3 for the first strikeout here of the night by either pitcher, and that's going to be Tussie with the first strikeout here tonight.
Now batting number 22, Haley Baldwin.
And so now it's going to be Baldwin now up to bat here for Paris in the 6th spot. First pitch comes in her, going to be swung on and miss, strike 1. As we said, if you look at the Paris schedule, it's either feast or famine when it comes to their runs. And after first inning, you thought that it was going to be another tight game there for them, but they've opened up here with 1 run here in the second inning. Pitch is in the dirt. That's going to go 1 ball, 1 strike now here to Baldwin. A 1-1 pitch. Fouled off into the backstop. Count goes here to 1-2. School officially called the Greyhounds. Softball team here known as the Lady Hounds coming out of Paris. That's going to be fouled off into the backstop. Count still remains here 1-2. Of course, I think mostly people around here, if they ever hear the term Paris before, they either think France or they think Dan Cummins.
Exactly. Because Dan Cummins is where Paris is at.
Yep, because we know Dan Cummins, that's where you're supposed to go to get a deal down there, as that one's going to be hit down the First base line ends up going about 6 feet foul. Count still will remain here at 1-2. So 1-2 still here to Baldwin. Of course, being from Kentucky anyway, everybody always thinks of the fried chicken, as that one's going to be fouled down the first base line. My brother owns a drive-in down in Mount Sterling, and he actually had the BBC one time come in and talk to him, and they opened up with "Here in the land of Kentucky Fried Chicken." And believe it or not, a little history lesson on there. Dave Thomas, the owner of Wendy's, was a big component in Kentucky Fried Chicken. Actually made the bucket. Had the wax lining of the bucket there. As that one's going to be hit over toward just over top the head there at short, and that's going to be another single there. First hit of the night by either team. As we've had runners on, but this is going to be the first official hit here of the evening. So you can tell definitely I'm a teacher. At one point in time, I always come up with those weird facts that nobody truly knows. But I got to thank the History Channel and the Food That Built America for that information. And so it's going to be number 11 now here as she goes to bunt and chasing the runner back there at first.
Number 11.
Guari is how I'm going to pronounce it here, unless we're told otherwise. Shows bunt on that one, goes foul. And so 1-1 the count here. As I said, she didn't go on the first bunt attempt, fouled off the second one. Runner at first here for Paris. As the first base coach coming out, giving some instructions out. Not really for sure who he was talking to. He's looking over toward his bench, but maybe he was trying to make sure, verify the count there. And that's going to be in there for a strike, so count goes now here 1-2. As timeout going on as the first base coach comes in to talk to the hitter there, Guari. Still one away here in the top of the second inning. Paris right now with the only run here on the scoreboard. He's got the only hit on the day as well. And that's going to be high up in the zone. Count goes here now, 2 apiece. Of course, if you're ever in Mount Sterling, make sure you get a trip down to the Judy Drive-In. I believe they're going to be opening up here on the 6th, if I'm not mistaken. As that one just misses. Count goes full here, 3-2. You can always check them out there at thejudydrivein.com. It's a great place to take the family. Nice, safe environment, so if you're still worried about the flu or COVID or anything else, you can stay in your own vehicle and nice and safe environment. That's going to be swung on and missed for the second strikeout here of the inning there by Tussey. And there's going to be 2 away. And so now it's going to be Nashawn Thomas here for Paris. Right now, averaging, hasn't picked up a hit just yet. And first pitch in her is going to be in there for strike 1. So 0 batting average, but does have 8 runs. Probably coming in, been doing some pinch running. And that's going to be back-to-back strikes there by Tussey. Goes ahead in the count here, 0-2. Tussey now with 32 pitches underneath her belt here. 9 balls, 23 strikes. Here's the 0-2 pitch, and that's going to be swung on and miss. And so Tussey picks up 3 strikeouts this inning to retire the side. So that's going to be 1 run off of 1 hit 2 errors and 1 left on base there for Paris. And so coming up for East Carter is going to be the 6, 7, and 8 batters in Tussey, Cordell, and Nip. We'll take a brief break and be back here momentarily here on the Mantis Sports Media Network. As time goes by, don't forget to capture the moments that will create memories that will last a lifetime with Eastern Link Photography. No matter the occasion, we have you covered. If you need family prom pictures, senior photos, sports photos, baby pictures, and wedding photos, we are ready to work for you. You can find us online on Facebook or contact us at 606-286-0991 or at easternlinkphotography@yahoo.com to schedule a photo session. In the upcoming election, vote Eric Ross for Carter County Sheriff. Eric is an experienced police officer and a dedicated family man. With a 10-point plan, he will work to unite Carter County, increase community involvement, and improve the function and availability of the Sheriff's Department. With your support, we can make Carter County stronger together and a better place to live. Vote for Eric Ross for Carter County Sheriff. Paid for by candidate. Heading into the bottom of the second inning, your score is Paris 1, East Carter nothing. Of course, last night over at Russell, a very tight softball game there as Boyd County ended up defeating Russell in 8 innings, 7-6, and so that was a tight ball game there as well. And so now taking a look here, it's going to be Stephanie Tussey here for East Carter up to bat, a .537 hitter with 4 runs and 9 RBIs as a freshman here for the Lady Raiders. Pitching here in back-to-back nights here at Raider Field. And that one's going to bounce off the dirt. First pitch to her is going to be a ball, so it's 1-0. So Baldwin now with 17 pitches underneath her belt, 10 balls and 7 strikes. And Tussey hits that one down the third base line foul. Count goes here even of 1 apiece. So 1 ball, 1 strike here to Stephanie Tussey. Of course, last night as well, Olivia Adams ended up getting hit in the shoulder. Is going to be out here today. As x-rays proved to be okay on her, they thought that possible break in the shoulder, but just a very bad owie. If we can call it that. And so that's going to head toward short. They throw it over toward first, and that's going to be in time, and that's going to be 1 away. Of course, it's easy to say it's an owie. I'm not the one being hit. So 1 away here in the bottom of the second inning. We got Cordell up to the bat here now, number 1. As first pitch in her is going to be a strike 1. So 0-1 now here to Cordell. That's going to be high up in the zone. Count goes here 1 apiece. So 1-1 pitch here. And that misses just inside. Count goes here to 2-1. As finally the weather letting up, letting some action going on here in the fields across the 16th region. That one's going to be inside and down low in the dirt. Count goes here 3-1. Now to Cordell. Baldwin's given up 85 walks this season. Picked up 34 strikeouts as that one's going to be fouled off into the backstop here. Count will be full now here at 3-2. So 3-2 pitch coming up here to Cordell. And that's going to be swung on, heading out there toward left field. And that's going to be fair and down. And she's going to get a stand-up double here. So East Carter trying to get some things going on, picks up their first hit of the evening, as that's going to be a double for the Lady Raiders.
Now batting number 21, Lakin Nip.
And so now it's going to be Lakin Nip up here to bat for East Carter, a 250 hitter this season. He's picked up 5 runs, 1 RBI as an 8th grader here for the Lady Raiders. 10 school just right across the road. Count goes 1-0. And that one's going to be popped up right back to the pitcher, and she's going to nab that one back in. As that's going to be 2 away here for the Lady Raiders.
Now batting number 9, Emily Biddle.
And so now it's going to be number 9, Emily Biddle here for East Carter. A 333 hitter here for the Lady Raiders. As a 7th grader here, of course she attends school just right across the road. It counts now here 1-0 with 2 out here in the bottom of the 2nd inning. That's going to miss inside. Count goes here 2 apiece. Or excuse me, 2-0. That one's going to go back into the backstop here. Count now 2-0 or 2-1. So 2 balls, 1 strike here to Biddle. As that's going to be hit there towards short, and she's going to be underneath it, and that's going to retire the side here for the Lady Raiders. As Oliver picks that one up on the pop out. And so for East Carter, they end up picking up no runs off of 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left on base. And so coming up to the plate here for the Lady Hounds is going to be the 9th batter, and then back up to the top of the order. So it's going to be Slack, Dunford, and Baldwin. And so we'll take a brief break and be back here momentarily here on the Manta Sports Media Network.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 110,000 participants here in Kentucky who take part in high school sports.
Broken screen, battery not lasting as long as it used to, broken charging port? Don't just live with it or get an expensive upgrade. Make it like new at Johnny's Gadget Repair. Whether it's an iPhone, iPad, Samsung, or any other major brand, we are here for all of your repair needs. Visit us at our new home at 115 Mill Street in Olive Hill, Kentucky, or call us at 606-316-6223, or check out our Facebook page or visit us online. And back here at East Carter Middle, where this is part of a united media group as a bunch of individual, independently owned businesses getting together to try to combine our efforts and everything to be able to provide great sports action here across the 16th region in southern Ohio and a little bit in West Virginia. And so now here for Paris, it's going to be number 26, Zoe Slack. As first pitch into her. Going to be in there for a strike. Slack not on any rosters tonight or on any stats sheet that I've been provided so far. So first time here at bat and getting a start here. As that's going to be strike 2 here to Slack. So 0-2. And 3 straight pitches, and that's going to be it for slack there as she goes down on 3 straight pitches there, and so that's going to be 1 away here
Now batting number 5.
for Paris. And now back up to the top of the lineup here is it's going to be number 5, Dunford here, Tori Dunford. So pitch into Dunford's going to be in there for a strike as she's a 300 hitter so far this season. Second one's going to be in there. Down low, gets past the catcher. Count goes here to 1-1. Some of your local members of the United Media Group, of course, with us, and then you got the Green at Beacon, Eastern Kentucky Athletics, and several others from around the area. And that's going to be swung on, hit there towards short. Picks it up, throws it over to first, but that's not going to be in time, so that's going to put 1 on here for Paris.
Now batting number 8, Kendall Baldwin.
And now it's going to be Kendall Baldwin here for Paris. 0 for 1 on the day as she lined out to the pitcher there in the first inning. Typically a 381 hitter with 3 runs and 6 RBIs here this season. Bunts this one back, and that's going to be fouled off into the backstop here. Count goes 0-1. Kenny on deck here for Paris. Of course, that's if needed. We got 1 runner on, 1 out here. Baldwin at the plate. And here's the 0-1 pitch showing bunt once again. Tussey comes and picks that one up and then throws it over to first, and that's going to be a double play. I always said when announcers say something and then something happens, you almost feel like it's scripted at that point in time, but I assure you that I did not have that one planned out. Tussey ends up picking up the double play, diving in on that catch, and so that's going to retire the side here for the Lady Hounds. So Tussey gets the first one. And let me get this on the score sheet here, but that's going to end up being no runs off of 1 hit, no errors, and nobody left on base there for Paris. And so heading into the bottom of the third, your score is going to be Paris 1, East Carter nothing. We'll be back here momentarily here on the Mantis Sports Media Network. When you go to the polls in the next election, vote for Robert Sleepy Porter, Republican candidate for Magistrate of District 5 in Carter County. Robert is a lifelong resident of Carter County and will work hard to help and serve the citizens of Carter County and to provide better and safer roads for our families to travel on. Robert would like to hear from you on his Facebook page to see how he can earn your support. Vote for Robert Sleepy Porter for Magistrate District 5, paid for by candidate. Since 1979, James Hardware has proudly served the community of Olive Hill to supply all of your home improvement needs. From paint to tools to hardware to lumber and plumbing supplies, James Hardware has you covered. Be sure to check out their wide selection of case knives, and they are also your authorized steel dealer. James Do It Best Hardware, 137 Scott Street, Olive Hill, Kentucky. Phone number 606-286-2692 or online at james.doitbest.com. And back here at East Carter Middle School, we're at the bottom of the third inning. Score here is Paris 1, East Carter nothing. And if you're interested in getting your name out here or your business on Manta Sports Media, be glad to have you as part of our family. You feel free to contact us at 606-207-3315. You can call or text us at that number, or you can reach us at mantasportsmedia@gmail.com, or you can also message us here on Facebook or on YouTube as well. And so we're back up to the top of the order here as it's going to be Pritchard now for the Lady Raiders. No official at-bats here today as she walked in the first inning. First pitch into her is going to be a ball. So love to be able to talk to you about some sponsorships and everything else. So if you'd like to get your business name out there or just like to sponsor us as well, we'd love to hear from you as well. And also be sure that if you haven't had a chance, make sure that you share out the link, give us a like or give us a subscribe if you're out there in YouTube world, and be able to get this all across to as many players and parents, grandparents as we have. As now count goes 3-0 here to Pritchard, as she does have a walk and a stolen base here on the day. And that's going to be in there for strike one, so count goes here to 3-1. So once through the lineup, East Carter's picked up 1 hit. They've left 3 on base. And that's going to be outside, ball 4. So Pritchard will get back-to-back walks here today. And now it's going to be number 2, Lydia Combs, up to the plate here for the Lady Raiders. She's also no official at bats here tonight, as she walked in the first inning as well. Showing bunt. And Pritchard's going to go out there towards second and is going to be safe. As call was a ball, but ends up being passed there by the catcher. So now East Carter here with a runner at second. Showing bunt there, but that one's going to be fouled off into the dirt. Count goes 1-1. So Baldwin's thrown 39 pitches here through 2 innings. And a batter here, 22 balls, 17 strikes, and 39 pitches. Showing bunt again, this time pulls the bat back and hits it down toward first. That's going to go foul. Count will be here 1-2. So Combs been showing bunt here the last few times, pulled the bat back and swung on that one, foul in her last pitch that she saw. This time looks at that one, goes down into the dirt. Count goes now here 2 apiece. So far all walks have come by Pritchard and Combs. And that one's going to be high up in the zone. Count goes here full, 3-2. Pritchard has 2 walks. Combs walked earlier on this game in the first inning. Now looking at a 3-2 count here. Baldwin delivers, and that's going to be swung on and missed, and that's going to be 1 away here for the Lady Raiders. And now it looks like it's going to be number 50, the first baseman, Manning.
50, Audrey Manning.
Manning 0 for 1 here on the day. Grounded out to second in her first at-bat in the first inning. Fouls this one off over top the dugout there. Count goes 0-1. And that's going to hit her on the back, and so that's going to put runners there at first and second. First hits batsman here today. And now it's going to be number 24, Trina Porter.
Trina Porter.
Porter here 0 for 1, popped out to short in her first at bat. First pitch is going to be in the dirt to her. Count goes 1-0. East Carter started the first inning very similar to this, as they had runners at first and second, then advanced on the ground out there to advance the runners. That's going to be inside. Ball 2 now here to Porter. So 2 balls, no strikes, 1 out here in the bottom of the third inning. Runners at first and second. And that's going to miss up high. Count goes now 3-0. And as she stands there, takes that one in. That's going to be the 3-0 strike. Count now goes here to 3-1 now here to Porter. As, of course, the sun's starting to get lower in the horizon there. And there's going to be a hit down the third base line. And that's going to be a single there for East Carter. Or, excuse me. Looks like they get the out there at third. Didn't get the camera over there in time. So it will be a single, but ends up getting Pritchard there at third.
Chloe Shelton.
So now it's going to be Chloe Shelton here, number 20, the third baseman for East Carter, now with still runners at first and second. 2 away here. As getting ready to here now, number 20 Shelton. She's 0 for 1 here on the day, grounded out to the pitcher there in the first inning. That's going to be swung on down the third base line, but that's going to be foul. Count goes here 0-1. So 0-1 here with 2 outs in the bottom of the third inning. East Carter's threatened a couple times here today. Has a runner in scoring position at the moment there in Manning. That's going to be swung on down the third base line. That's going to be fouled again. Count goes here now 0-2. So no balls, 2 strikes here to Shelton. East Carter would like to put one on, tie things up here in the third inning. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And that's going to be a hits batsman, and that's going to put the bases loaded here for the Lady Raiders. So with the bases loaded here, it's going to be the pitcher now, number 6, Stephanie Tussey. Going to try to get some runs across the plate here for the Lady Raiders. Swings on that one, goes into the dirt. So foul ball. Count goes here 0-1 now to Tussey. She's 0 for 1 here on the day so far. Grounded out to short in her first at bat in the second inning. As this Tussey's the 6th batter here this inning for the Lady Raiders. Swings on that one, hits the dirt again, and bounces right back off of her.
Stop, Steve.
Count goes 0-2. So no balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the bottom of the third. Swings on that one, and that's going to retire the side here for the Lady Raiders. So they leave the bases loaded there. Ends up picking up no runs off of 1 hit, no errors, and 3 left on base. And so heading into the top of the 4th inning, our score is still Paris 1, East Carter nothing. And it's going to be the 3, 4, 5 batters here for the Lady Hounds in Kenny, Jackson, and Oliver. We'll take a brief break and be back here momentarily here on the Mantis Sports Media Network. Since 1979, James Hardware has proudly served the community of Olive Hill to supply all of your home improvement needs. From paint to tools to hardware to lumber and plumbing supplies, James Hardware has you covered. Be sure to check out their wide selection of case knives, and they are also your authorized steel dealer. James Do It Best Hardware, 137 Scott Street, Olive Hill, Kentucky. Phone number 606-286-2692 or online at james.doitbest.com. For the best in tanning technology, head to Beach Buns Tanning in Moorhead and Mount Sterling, Kentucky. We have the tanning options that you want and the lotions that you need to keep that summer glow all year long. And stay tuned to the Drive-In's Facebook page for a huge announcement about the return of your favorite burgers, sliders, fries, and drinks. Beach Buns Tanning and the Drive-In are proud supporters of local high school sports. So back here at East Carter Middle School, we're heading into the top of the fourth inning. Paris still leads here 1-0, picking up the one run off the air there in the second inning. And so coming up to the plate here for the Lady Hounds is going to be number 3, Nia Kinney. 4-19 batter here for the Lady Hounds. She's 0 for 1 here on the day as she flied out to left in the first inning. That one going to be right over there just toward the entrance of the dugout. Count goes here 0-1. Of course, if you follow football too much, you probably heard about the USFL. Actually, just been notified that for the game tonight, they're actually switching the kicking balls. As that one's going to be fouled away. Count goes here 0-2. Because apparently the USFL has trackers in their footballs to be able to identify where they're at on the field so they can easily kind of judge where they were at when the ball was down. But they're going to be replacing those with traditional kicking footballs. And there's a hit right there through the gap there at short. And that's going to be a single there for Kinney. So with nobody out, one on here for Paris.
Number 24, Alicia Jackson.
It's going to be Alicia Jackson here, or Melisha Jackson for Paris. A 524 hitter, 0 for 1 here on the day with a run. She did reach the base on error there in the second. And there's a hit right towards second. Throws it over towards second, gets the lead runner there. And can't get the double in time, so that's going to be one away. So one away coming up to the plate now here for Paris is going to be Kay Oliver. 3-18 batter here, 0 for 1 on the day. Showing bunt, and that one goes back into the fence. Or into the backstop. Count goes here, 0-1. So 0-1 here to Oliver. Struck out there in the second inning. Showing bunt again. This time gets that one down, but that's going to roll just foul down the third base line. Count goes now here 0-2. So Paris looking to show a little bit of small ball here today. Trying to get the runner advanced there towards second. Tussey goes into her motion, delivers, and gets the strikeout, and they're going to try to pick off there at second, and they get the double play there again. As Oliver strikes out second time this evening. And then Jackson tries to pick off. Was caught stealing there. So Porter gets that one over towards second. And for the double play. So give credit to Porter on that one. Able to get that one out of the glove and out there towards second. And so that's going to hold Paris scoreless here in the fourth inning as they pick up 2 hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. So heading into the bottom of the fourth inning, it's going to be the 7, 8, 9 batters here for the Lady Raiders, and Coral, Nip, and Biddle. And we'll take a brief break and be back here momentarily here on the Mantis Sports Media Network. Time goes by, don't forget to capture the moments that will create memories that will last a lifetime with Easterling Photography. No matter the occasion, we have you covered. If you need family portraits, engagement photos, prom pictures, senior photos, sports photos, baby pictures, and wedding photos, we are ready to work for you. You can find us online on Facebook or contact us at 606-286-0991 or at easternlingphotography@yahoo.com to schedule a photo session. In the upcoming election, vote Eric Ross for Carter County Sheriff. Eric is an experienced police officer and a dedicated family man. With a 10-point plan, he will work to unite Carter County, increase community involvement, and improve the function and availability of the Sheriff's Department. With your support, we can make Carter County stronger together and a better place to live. Vote for Eric Ross for Carter County Sheriff. Paid for by candidate.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 110,000 participants here in Kentucky who take part in high school sports.
And back here at East Carter Middle School, we're heading into the bottom of the fourth inning. Your score is Paris 1, East Carter nothing. And so coming up to the plate now here for the Lady Raiders is going to be the right fielder, number 1, Adriana Cordell.
Off for the Lady Raiders, the bottom of the fourth inning is number 1, Adriana Cordell.
So Cordell today 1 for 1, picked up a double there in the second inning. First pitch in her showing bunt, and she ends up taking one in the back. So that's going to put a runner there at first base. So coming up here now, it's going to be Lakin Nip,
Number 21, Lakin Nip.
8th grader here for the Lady Raiders. With nobody out here in the bottom of the fourth inning. Showing bunt herself, and that one ends up going foul. Takes the little bit of English, making it go backwards there. And so that's going to be 0-1 the count. Nip 0 for 1 on the day, popped up to the pitcher there in the second inning. As East Carter's still looking to try to get that first run on the scoreboard here tonight. As she bends down, and that is going to be, I thought that was a hit her on the back, but I'm going to say it actually hit the bat, so it'll be a foul ball. She bent down, and it's one of those unfortunate situations that you just try to get out of the way and ends up hitting the bat for a foul. Swings at this one, has that down the third base line, and that's going to be fair. And so that's going to be a single there for Nip. So runners now here at first and second.
Batting number 9, Emily Biddle.
And so now it's going to be the 9th batter on the lineup here, number 9, Biddle. 0 for 1 here on the day. So runners at first and second, nobody out here in the bottom of the fourth inning. Takes the first pitch, and that's going to be in there for strike 1 on the breaking ball. So Baldwin out there in the circles, thrown 61 pitches, has put him right down the middle, 30 balls, 31 strikes, so just about there. Showing bunt, gets that one down, and that's fair in play. Throws it over toward first, and she is way off there as Kenny was probably about a good 3 feet away from first base. And that's going to be a single there for Biddle.
Now batting number 17, Carson Pritchard.
So back here at the top of the lineup where it's going to be Carson Pritchard now. No official at-bats just yet as she's been walked twice here this game. East Carter would definitely take a walk here as that would put the first run on the scoreboard for the Lady Raiders. As first pitch to her is going to be in there for ball 1. That one's going to be in the dirt. As we see bases loaded there for the Lady Raiders. 2-0 the count here to Pritchard. Gets that one outside, just misses. Count goes here 3-0. There's still nobody out here for East Carter. Pritchard looking at another 3-0 count. And that's going to miss high, and that's going to put the tying run across the plate. So your score now here, 1 apiece. And so it's going to be Lydia Combs here, number 2 for the Lady Raiders, as coach for Paris comes out to talk to his hurler. As the Jeopardy music playing out there from Frickin' Frack.
Yeah, you're awesome.
So, decision time over. Let's see how much the team's wagered. Alrighty, so base is still loaded here. Nobody out here in the bottom of the 4th inning. East Carter still rolling on here. And that one goes behind Combs. So 1-0 here now, the count. As Baldwin tends, if that ball gets away there on the inside, she's been pitching mostly inside here tonight. But sometimes when that ball gets away, it either hits the batter or goes on, or goes right behind him, as that one's going to be fouled off down the third base line. Count evens up here at 1 apiece. So the Lady Raider offense picking up here in the 4th inning. As Combs, the 5th batter this inning for East Carter. Here's the 1-1 pitch. That's going to be inside, just misses. Count now here, 2-1. So far, Baldwin's walked 4 here tonight, has walked Pritchard 3 times. So with no official at bat, she's got an RBI there on the board. That one's going to be high. Count here now at 3-1. So Baldwin now with 70 pitches here on the night, 37 balls, 33 strikes. Trying to get her control out there in the circle. And that's going to be ball 4, and that's going to put the go-ahead run across the plate here for East Carter. So that's going to move all the runners around. And now it's going to be number 50, Audrey Manning here for the Lady Raiders. A .583 hitter on the season. 0 for 1 on the day as she was hit by a pitch in her last at-bat. Gets that one hit toward third. Tries to get the lead runner there, and they're going to say she stepped on the plate and got the first out there. As that one was hit down there toward Baldwin. And so that's going to be 1 away here for the Lady Raiders.
Now batting number 24, Trina Porter.
So 1 away here, and it's going to be Trina Porter now up to the plate here for East Carter. First pitch is going to be inside, ball 1. Second one's going to be high in the zone. Count goes here now, 2-0 now to Trina Porter. As we said, she is 1 for 2 here in the game. Singled in her last at bat. Swings at this one, and that's going to be in there. As that was close to being foul, but they're going to say that she touched it, and that's going to put another run across the board there for the Lady Raiders. So Pritchard scores for East Carter.
Number 20, Chloe Shelton.
Combs will be at third, Manning's at second, and Porter is going to be there at first. And coming up to the plate here for the Lady Raiders is going to be number 20, Chloe Shelton. As the coach there for Paris coming out trying to argue that that was a foul ball, but umpire saying that she touched it before it went foul. First pitch in here to Shelton is going to be inside, ball one. So the Lady Raiders have picked up 3 here in the 4th inning. And that's going to be in there for a strike, so it's going to be 1-1 now here to Shelton. The infield fly rule is in effect. Thanks, Hank, for reminding me about that, so no pop-ups. And that one goes foul. Count goes now to 1-2. Because with bases loaded here and 1 out, infield fly rule is in effect. And actually, it does not have to necessarily be in the dirt. That's one thing to kind of keep in mind about the infield fly rule, as that one's going to go foul. If you've been following any of the umpires' magazines and everything else, if it's a play that can be handled by an infielder easily, it is an infield fly, even if it goes out toward the grass. Of course, not all umpires call that, but that's one thing that they're definitely trying to get a point of emphasis here in softball. So 2-2 now here to Shelton. Just 0 for 1 here on the day. Gets a little dribbler down the third base line. They pick it up and had a tough decision on the fielder's choice there and ends up not getting it out of the glove. As that one was hit over toward Baldwin, and she was trying to decide, does she want to go to first or go home? And ends up, took a little bit too long on that to make the decision. And so that's going to put another run across the plate, and it's now 4-1. East Carter on top here. And now it's going to be Stephanie Tussey here. As timeout called here, coach talking to his team, trying to plan them up for the situation. Of course, with Paris 4-11 here on the season, they may have not been in this situation that many times, and usually that's something that a coach has to drill into his players' heads repeatedly out there is where to go. As that was a single there by Shelton. But yeah, it's a decision that has to be made out there. So if you got bases loaded, you got to know which base you're going to go to. If you don't think you can get the out there at home, if you're right there near third base, tag on the base and then try to get the double play. Try to end the inning there. But for right now, might just be a little bit of inexperience showing there in the infield here for the Lady Hounds. But Tussey up to the plate here after the timeout taken there by the coach. First pitch in her is going to be high up in the zone, ball one. As Porter out there on second, kind of dancing around a little bit, was looking like she was going to try to steal, waiting on Manning to try to see if she was going to head. And Tussey gets a nice hit there toward left. And that's going to be a single there. So Tussey picks up an RBI single here in the 4th. And your score now here is 5-1.
Now batting number 1, Adriana Cordell.
And now it's going to be number 1, Adriana Cordell, up here for the Lady Raiders as they're trying to keep this train a-rolling here in this 4th inning. Held scoreless through 3, but once they got the bases loaded here on some walks, They have been ready to go. And it looks like they're going to be bringing in number 22, Boggs, to run in for Tessie. So bases still loaded here, one away in the bottom of the fourth inning. Baldwin struggling in the circle. Gets that one low and inside, ball one. So Baldwin's thrown 84 pitches, 44 balls, 40 strikes. As that's going to be ball two now here to Cordell. And that's going to put another run across the plate as the ball does get passed. So off of the pass ball, Porter comes in to score for East Carter. Runners do advance around. Shelton now there at third. Boggs now at second. And that's going to be swung on and fouled off into the backstop. Counts now here 2-1. So this is the first time in a little bit that East Carter has had an open base, because they've had the bases loaded here through the last 6 runs that they picked up. And that one's going to miss inside. Count goes here 3-1. As we said, Kendall Baldwin out there in the circle has got 85 walks on the season. And it's going to add another one there. And so now the bases are going to be loaded here for East Carter once again.
Now batting number 21, Lakin Nip.
And so now it's going to be number 21, Lakin Nip, up to the plate here for the Lady Raiders. And she's 1 for 2 on the day, singled to the catcher in her last at bat in this inning. Hits this one toward second. They toss it over there toward first. And that's going to be 2 away, but the run does score. So Nip grounds out there.
Batting number 9, Emily Biddle.
Shelton scores here for East Carter. Boggs heads over towards second. Cordell's going to be at second. And now it's going to be number 9, Emily Biddle, up to the plate here for the Lady Raiders. 1 for 2 here on the day. Trying to keep this East Carter rally going here as they picked up 7 runs here. And gets a nice hit there. Goes to right between left and right. And that's going to score 2 here for the Lady Raiders. So she gets a 2 RBI single. As that one went to shallow right center field. And so now bases are cleared here for the Lady Raiders except for Biddle.
17, Carson Richard.
So now it's 9-1. Back up to the top of the order here in Carson Pritchard. As looks like Biddle may have tweaked her ankle on that a little bit, but she's okay and going to be staying out there. Pritchard, no official bats through 3 times, as that's going to be ball 1 to her. She's got 3 walks, an RBI, a run, and a stolen base here today. Want to know the count. That's going to be outside, and Biddle hesitated a little bit, gets in there, and they're going to call safe. Said that they did not get the tag down. As Oliver tried to get her quickly as maybe she was stepping off the bag. So count now here, 3-0 here to Pritchard. As I said, she's got 3 walks on the day. Hasn't contacted the ball just yet. And she's going to head back down for the free ride there toward first. So 4 walks on the day there by Pritchard. And coming up is going to be number 2, Lydia Combs here for the Lady Raiders. As they've got 2 outs still here in the bottom of the 4th. And that's going to be swung on and fouled off into the backstop. Count here goes 0-1. Lydia Combs is the 14th batter this inning, and actually I think they're going to say that she left early off of second, and that's going to end the inning here for the Lady Raiders. So East Carter ends up picking up 9 runs off of 7 hits. No errors and 1 left on base here for the Lady Raiders, as I believe they called her leaving early there from second, if I'm not mistaken. And so that's going to end the side here. So heading into the top of the 5th, your score is East Carter 9, Paris 1. And so it's going to be the 6, 7, and 8 batters here for Paris, as it's going to be Baldwin, Garari, and Thomas. So we'll take a brief break and be back here momentarily here on the Manta Sports Media Network. Broken screen, battery not lasting as long as it used to, broken charging port? Don't just live with it or get an expensive upgrade. Make it like new at Johnny's Gadget Repair. Whether it's an iPhone, iPad, Samsung, or any other major brand, we are here for all of your repair needs. Visit us at our new home at 115 Mill Street in Olive Hill, Kentucky, or call us at 606-316-6223, or check out our Facebook page or visit us online. When you go to the polls in the next election, vote for Robert Sleepy Porter, Republican candidate for Magistrate of District 5 in Carter County. Robert is a lifelong resident of Carter County and will work hard to help and serve the citizens of Carter County and to provide better and safer roads for our families to travel on. Robert would like to hear from you on his Facebook page to see how he can earn your support. Vote for Robert Sleepy Porter for Magistrate District 5, paid for by candidate. Since 1979, James Hardware has proudly served the community of Olive Hill to supply all of your home improvement needs. From paint to tools to hardware to lumber and plumbing supplies, James Hardware has you covered. Be sure to check out their wide selection of case knives, and they are also your authorized steel dealer. James Do It Best Hardware, 137 Scott Street, Olive Hill, Kentucky. Phone number 606-286-2692 or online at james.doitbest.com. So back here at East Carter Middle School, where East Carter picks up a 9-run bottom of the 4th inning, and they're going to be switching pitchers here today, as they're going to bring in Lake and Nip into pitch here for the Lady Raiders, and they're going to move out Stephanie Tussey out there toward left field. So Tussey finishes up her tenure here through 4 pitches, giving up 4 hits and 1 run, struck out 5, did not walk anybody here today. And so it's going to be number 22, Baldwin, up to the plate here for Paris. And first pitch by Baldwin is going to be in there for a strike, as that's going to be swung on there by Baldwin. So Nip goes ahead in the count here early, 0-1. That's going to be high in the zone. Count goes here 1-1 now to Baldwin. Delivers the pitch, and that's going to be fouled. Or, excuse me, I thought it was going to be fouled, but no. But it's going to get over there toward third, and they're going to get it in time, and that's going to be 1 away here for Paris. As apparently that hit just right in front of the plate, did not make contact with the plate. Shelton gets it over there to Manning, and that's going to be 1 away here for the Lady Hounds. And coming up to the plate here now for Paris is going to be number 12, Garari.
Now batting number 11, Carly.
Or excuse me, 11. I think I put 12 on there. She was 12 by the KHSAA, but she's actually 11 here tonight. First one in her is going to be up there for a ball. Second pitch is going to be in there for ball 2. So 2-0 now the count And that's going to miss just inside. Count goes here 3-0 now to Garari. One away here in the top of the fifth. East Carter would like to hold on to this lead, pick up a couple more runs, end things off here early. As that's going to be in there. Called strike one there to Garari. Nip through 7 pitches, has thrown 4 balls, 3 strikes. And that's going to be a little chopper there toward third. Drops the ball, and that's going to be an error there as they do not get it over there in time. So Shelton was there to pick it up, but had picked it up and then dropped it out of her glove. So bobbled that, and so that's going to put a runner there at first here for Paris. And looks like we're going to get a pinch hitter now here for Paris. So coming in for Thomas is going to be number 40. Here to pinch hit. Zakiah Griffin. First pitch to her, she gets it there toward short and plays it off the shoulder there. Gets it there, and they're going to say she is safe, that she did not, or that she pulled there. And so that's going to put runners there at first and second. So that's going to be back-to-back errors there by the Lady Raiders, as that one was hit to Biddle. And they're going to be bringing in a pitch runner here for Paris out there.
Now batting number 26, Zoe Slack.
So it's going to be Zoe Slack here now for Paris, as she's 0 for 1 here on the day. Struck out looking there in the third. First pitch into her is going to be in there for ball 1. So Paris trying to get some things going on here in the 5th inning. Needs to try to close up this gap a little bit, as that's going to be in there for strike 1. 1-1 now here to Slack. Because especially if East Carter has another inning like the last one, this could be over here in this inning. That's going to be outside. Count goes now here, 2-1. So far, the Lady Raiders have not walked anybody here today. Paris has ended up walking 7. As that one misses outside, count goes here to 3-1. So Zoe Slack looking at a 3-1 count here to Nip as she goes into her motion. And that's going to be in there for a strike. And so count goes full here, 3-2 now to Slack. Through 14 pitches, Nip has thrown 7 balls, 7 strikes. She's got 2 on here in the top of the 5th inning, and that's going to be swung on and missed. And that's going to be 2 away now here for Paris.
Now batting number 5, Tori Dunford.
And so now back up to the top of the lineup here for Paris, and it's going to be Dunford, as she is 1 for 2 here on the day. Picked up a single in her last at bat there in the third, as that one's going to be a pass ball. Runners try to advance, and they are going to be in there safely. So ball 1 here to Dunford. Ends up being a pass ball there by Porter. That will advance the runners there to third and second. Second pitch, that's going to be hit right toward Biddle. Pops it off her chest and then gets it over there, and they're going to say she's safe, and that's going to score a run here for Paris. So another error there by Biddle.
Now batting number 8, Kendall Baldwin.
Gets Garari, crosses the plate, and now it's 9-2. Griffin advances over there toward third. And so now it's going to be here number 8, Kendall Baldwin. Here with runners now at the corners with 2 away here in the top of the 5th. Runner's going to be heading towards second. They're just going to go ahead and let her go on by. So Griffin's going to be staying there at second. Dunford advances, or Griffin's going to be at third. Dunford advances the second. And that's going to be swung on and miss. Count goes here even at 1 apiece. So Paris putting something together here in the 5th inning. East Carter would like to shut it down early here, as that's going to be hit over there toward left. And that's going to be down there, and that looks like it's going to score 2 runs here for Paris, and that's going to be a double there for Baldwin. So that puts 2 more runs across the board there, and it's now 9-4. Paris as that one hit there toward left field. And now coming up to the plate here is going to be number 3, Nia Kinney. First pitch to her is going to be down in the dirt, ball 1. So Paris has put up 3 runs here in the 5th inning. Closing up that gap here. It's 9-4 is your score. And that's going to be fouled off there. Count goes here 1 apiece. 1 ball, 1 strike. Kenny's 1 for 2 here on the day. Flew out to left field in the 1st inning. Picked up a single in her last at bat there in the 4th. Swings at this one, hits it right back up toward Nip. She gets a good glove on it and throws it out over to first, Manning, and that is going to retire the side. But the damage has been done there by Paris, as they end up picking up 3 runs here in the 5th inning. 3 runs off of 1 hit, 3 errors by East Carter, and 1 left on base. And so coming up here for the Lady Raiders, it's going to be the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th hitters in Combs, Manning, and Porter. We'll take a brief break and be back here momentarily here on the Manta Sports Media Network. For the best in tanning technology, head to Beach Buns Tanning in Moorhead and Mount Sterling, Kentucky. We have the tanning options that you want and the lotions that you need to keep that summer glow all year long. And stay tuned to the Drive-In's Facebook page for a huge announcement about the return of your favorite burgers, sliders, fries, and drinks. Beach Buns Tanning and the Drive-In are proud supporters of local high school sports. As time goes by, don't forget to capture the moments that will create memories that will last a lifetime with Easterling Photography. No matter the occasion, we have you covered. If you need family portraits, engagement photos, prom pictures, senior photos, sports photos, baby pictures, and wedding photos, we are ready to work for you. You can find us online on Facebook or contact us at 606-286-0991 or at easterlingphotography@yahoo.com to schedule a photo session. In the upcoming election, vote Eric Ross for Carter County Sheriff. Eric is an experienced police officer and a dedicated family man. With a 10-point plan, he will work to unite Carter County, increase community involvement, and improve the function and availability of the Sheriff's Department. With your support, we can make Carter County stronger together and a better place to live. Vote for Eric Ross for Carter County Sheriff. Paid for by candidate. So heading into the bottom of the 5th inning here, East Carter leads Paris 9-4. As it's going to be Lydia Combs here up to bat here for the Lady Raiders. First pitch into her is going to be high up in the zone, ball 1. Baldwin still out in the circle there for Paris as she's thrown 96 pitches here on the night. 52 balls, 44 strikes. Shows bunt here, gets that one down. Baldwin picks it up, throws it over toward first, and they're going to say they got her. And so that's going to be one away here in the fifth. So Baldwin to Kinney for the first out.
Now batting number 50, Audrey Manning.
And now it's going to be Manning here for East Carter, the first baseman. 1 for 2 here on the day with a run. Gets a hit there toward left, but I believe that one's going to head foul. Count goes 0-1. As East Carter's got a little bit more work ahead of them if they want to try to get the mercy rule here in the fifth inning. Need to pick up 5 more to get that fifth inning victory, as that one's going to be in the dirt inside. Ball 1. Of course, in that last inning, East Carter picked up 9 runs in the inning. Kept the bases loaded throughout most of it. As it's now 2-1 here to Manning, as that's Baldwin's 100th pitch. 54 balls, 46 strikes. And that's going to miss inside. Count goes here 3-1. As Kendall Baldwin tonight has given up 7 walks and 2 strikeouts. He's given up 9 runs and 9 hits. As there's a hit there toward left, and that one's going to be down. As they're going to wave Manning on there towards second. And she's going to get a stand-up double here to start things off for the Lady Raiders.
Now batting number 24, Trina Porter.
And so it's going to be number 24, Trina Porter here for the Lady Raiders. 2 for 3 here on the day. Singled in her last 2 at bats. First pitch is going to be low to her, ball 1. She's got an RBI and a run here in this game. Popped out in the first inning, but then got a couple short shots there and some small ball, picking up 2 singles. As that one's going to miss inside. Jackson working her way, trying to hold Manning there at second. Of course, if you look at additional pitching there for Paris, if they keep Baldwin in, of course, this will be her 10th outing here. But they have used Nina Kinney as well. And then Carly Garou has pitched once before for Paris. As 3-1 now the count here to Porter. As Manning over there at third base now. Here's the 3-1 pitch, and that's going to miss inside, and that's going to put runners at the corners here for the Lady Raiders.
Now batting number 20, Chloe.
So Chloe Shelton up to bat here for the Lady Raiders. 1 for 2 here on the day. Grounded out in the first inning, was hit by a pitch there in the third, and picked up a single there in the fourth. Also had an RBI and a run here on the day. So Baldwin still in the circle here. Now facing Shelton. First pitch goes in, and that's going to go inside. That's going to advance the runner there towards second as they throw it over to third, trying to get Manning. But everybody's going to be safe, so that's going to be a stolen base there by Porter as 1-0 goes to the count. Hits this one toward short. Scoops it up, throws it over toward first. That's in time, but that's going to score a run there for the Lady Raiders.
Now batting number 6, Stephanie Tussey.
And so now it's going to be Tussey here for the Lady Raiders. Here with 2 out here in the 5th. East Carter leading here 10-4. First pitch going to be in there for ball 1. Tussey 1 for 3 here on the night. Hits that one out toward left, and that's going to be in there fair. They're going to wave her on. That's going to score 1 more for East Carter, and Tussey's going to go into second standing up. So stand-up RBI double there for Tussey.
Adriana Cordell.
And now it's going to be number 1 here, Adriana Cordell, up to bat here for the Lady Raiders as they're putting something together here in this later part of the bottom of the 5th inning. That one's going to be high up in the zone, ball 1. Tussey threatening out there at second base. She does have some wheels on her, can book it over there toward third very quickly. And that's going to be swung on, popped up there. And that's going to retire the side for East Carter, so they're not going to finish things off here in the 5th. So Slack comes in to pick that one up for Paris. Of course, the damage has been done here by the Lady Raiders as they pick up 2 more runs off of 2 hits. No errors and 1 left on base here for East Carter. So heading into the top of the 6th inning, your score is East Carter 11, Paris 4. We'll take a brief break and be back here momentarily here on the Mantis Sports Media Network.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 110,000 participants here in Kentucky who take part in high school sports.
Broken screen, battery not lasting as long as it used to, broken charging port? Don't just live with it or get an expensive upgrade. Make it like new at Johnny's Gadget Repair. Whether it's an iPhone, iPad, Samsung, or any other major brand, we are here for all of your repair needs. Visit us at our new home at 115 Mill Street in Olive Hill, Kentucky, or call us at 606-316-6223, or check out our Facebook page or visit us online. When you go to the polls in the next election, vote for Robert Sleepy Porter, Republican candidate for Magistrate of District 5 in Carter County. Robert is a lifelong resident of Carter County and will work hard to help and serve the citizens of Carter County and to provide better and safer roads for our families to travel on. Robert would like to hear from you on his Facebook page to see how he can earn your support. Vote for Robert Sleepy Porter for Magistrate District 5, paid for by candidate. Back here at East Carter Middle School, we're at the top of the 6th inning, where now it's going to be Jackson, the catcher, up to the plate here for Paris. Looking at an 0-2 count here at the moment. That one's going to be high. Count goes here 1-2. So Nip through 26 pitches has thrown 11 balls, 15 strikes. Has a favorable count here against Jackson. And that one's going to miss just low. Count goes here at 2 apiece. Oliver in the on-deck circle here for Paris. And that's going to be swung on and hit right just past the second base. And that's going to be a single there for Jackson, who is 1 for 2 on the day, now 2 for 3. Hit that one right up the middle.
Now batting batting number 1.
And now it's going to be KK Oliver here. 318 batter here for the Lady Hounds. 0 for 2 on the day with 2 strikeouts. That's going to be in there for strike 1. And that's going to be swung on and missed there. 0-2 now the count here to Oliver. Here's the 0-2 pitch. And that's going to be popped up there toward left field. And that's off the top of the fence there, as that one was just about gone. Runners trying to decide what to do as they throw it over to third. And so that's going to be a double there for Oliver. As originally when I thought that one was hit, I didn't think it was going to go that far. But that one hit right off that top part of the fence there.
Number 22, Haley Baldwin.
As she picks up her first hit of the evening, going to deep left center field. And now it's number 22, the third baseman, Baldwin, as she hits this one towards short. Throws it at home, and she is going to be safe as Porter can't get the catch down on her. And that's going to put another run across the plate there for Paris. As they were originally thinking that they might be heading toward first, but end up sending Jackson on home. And so now they got runners here at first and second with nobody out here in the top of the 6th inning. And now it looks like it's going to be number 11, Garari here. Carly Garari. As first pitch into her bounces off Porter, and that's going to be in there for ball 1. Nip thrown 33 pitches so far in her tenure here. 13 balls, 20 strikes. Now has runners here at first and second. As I'm not for sure if she misplaced her card there on her arm or if they've Paris have switched it up. Or maybe she took the call wrong. Some teams will go out there and switch those armbands in latter parts of a game. But runners here at first and second. 1-0 the count here to Garari. Showing bunt. They're going to say she went there, throw it over toward third. And that's not going to be in time, so the runners will advance. So swinging strike officially there by Garari. Runners now here at second and third. And that's going to be swung on and miss. Count goes here 1-2. As we said, Garari's 0 for 2 here on the day. Struck out swinging there in the second. Reached base on error there in the fifth. Also has a run here for the Lady Hounds. And that's going to miss just low. Count evens up here at 2 apiece. So far, Paris picking up 1 run here in the 6th inning. And got 5 runs off of 8 hits, and that's going to be a strikeout there for Nip. And that's going to be one, or should be, I believe, one away here.
Now batting number 23, Sean Thomas.
And so it's going to be now number 23, Thomas. Deshaun Thomas here for Paris. With runners here at second and third. Showing bunt, picks that up. It's going to be strike two. Holding the runners there. Or I believe they called the runner out there at third, excuse me. Check swings on that. Count goes here 1-2. So 2 outs here in the top of the 6th inning. As that pitch going to go just barely misses there. 2-2 now here the count. Baldwin out there at second. Thomas 0 for 1 here on the day. And they're going to get her looking there as that's going to retire the side here for the Lady Raiders. As Nip picks up a couple strikeouts here on the day. And they give up, East Carter gives up 1 run off of 3 hits. No errors and 1 left on base for Paris. And so that's going to bring up the 8th, 9th, and top of the order for East Carter in Nip, Biddle, and Pritchard. We'll be back here momentarily here on the Manta Sports Media Network. Since 1979, James Hardware has proudly served the community of Olive Hill to supply all of your home improvement needs. From paint to tools to hardware to lumber and plumbing supplies, James Hardware has you covered. Be sure to check out their wide selection of case knives, and they are also your authorized steel dealer. James Do It Best Hardware, 137 Scott Street, Olive Hill, Kentucky. Phone number 606-286-2692 or online at james.doitbest.com. For the best in tanning technology, head to Beach Buns Tanning in Moorhead and Mount Sterling, Kentucky. We have the tanning options that you want and the lotions that you need to keep that summer glow all year long. And stay tuned to the Drive-In's Facebook page for a huge announcement about the return of your favorite burgers, sliders, fries, and drinks. Beach Buns Tanning and the Drive-In are proud supporters of local high school sports. So back here heading into the top of the bottom of the 6th inning, East Carter still leading here 11-5. Holding Paris to 1 run there in the 6th. And coming up to the plate now here for the Lady Raiders is going to be the pitcher here. Number 21, Lakin Nip. Nip 1 for 3 here on the day. Grounded out in her last at bat there in the 4th inning. Also picked up a single there in the 4th inning as well. Takes a little chop there, and that's going to hit right there at second. They try to throw it over at first. Nice stretch out there by Kenny, but that's not going to be in time, and that's going to be a single there for East Carter.
Now batting number 22.
As that one hit in the dirt and kind of took a interesting little hop there. As East Carter going to sub out Biddle here, and coming in to pinch hit, it's going to be number 22, Boggs. Abby Boggs, a .500 hitter here for the Lady Raiders this season. Shows bunt on this one, and that one's going to go foul down the third base line. Count goes here 0-1. So runner at first, counts 0-1 here to Boggs. And that one just misses her knees as Nip's going to advance there towards second. Count goes here 1-1. Of course, if you're a Skyrim fan, you probably say, well, I took an arrow in the knee and that ended up my exploring days. As that one's going to be inside and high. Count goes here 2-1 now to Boggs. Baldwin here still in the circle for Paris. Thrown 117 pitches so far, 64 balls, 53 strikes. As that one bounces off the dirt, and the runner's going to head there toward third on the pass ball. So East Carter now with a runner at third. And a 3-1 count here to the batter, Boggs. Here's the 3-1 pitch, and that's going to be high, and that's going to put Boggs down there at first, and so East Carter's going to have runners here at the corners. And I believe
Now batting number 17, Carson Pritchard.
a little bit of a bobble there, and so they're going to send her on to second. They don't get it back to the pitcher as they're trying to get nipped there, but Boggs ends up advancing up. And now it's going to be the leadoff batter here for East Carter, number 17, Carson Pritchard. Still no official at-bats for her here on the day. She's been up to the plate 4 times and has been walked 4 times. As now looking here at an 0-2 count, or 2-0 count, excuse me. Runners there, as you can see, second and third. That's going to be outside, ball 3. So 4 straight walks, twice in the 4th inning alone. And that's going to be outside, ball 4. So that's going to load the bases here for the Lady Raiders.
Now batting number 2, Lydia Combs.
And now it's going to be the sophomore here, Lydia Combs, for the Lady Raiders, as it looks like they're going to make a pitching change here for Paris. And it looks like they're going to be bringing in number 3, Nia Kinney. So that's going to close the page there, or the book there on Baldwin after 123 pitches, 70 balls, 53 strikes. And so they're going to move Baldwin over there toward first. And Kinney's going to be the new pitcher here today. Looks like Nia Kinney has had 5 starts here on the season, 1-4 official record through 313 pitches. She's pitched 15 innings, has given up 13 hits, 44 runs, 29 of them earned, 30 walks and 15 strikeouts in her tenure here with Paris. And it's going to be now facing here a bases loaded situation here in the 6th inning. As Combs, the shortstop here for the Lady Raiders, is going to be the batter. As soon as Kinney gets finished up with her warm-ups here. Combs 0 for 2 here on the day officially. She's picked up 2 walks, has an RBI and a run. As she struck out in the third, or she walked in the first inning, struck out in the 3rd, walked in the 4th, and then grounded out to the pitcher there in the 5th. So bases loaded here for the Lady Raiders. Nobody out here in the bottom of the 6th. First pitch. That's going to be a strike in there to Combs. Count goes here 0-1. For these batters, especially when you get a new pitcher, you're going to have to get used to their velocity, their pitching style, as she's a left-handed pitcher. And that's going to be in there for a called strike 2. So Kinney's first 2 pitches in there for called strikes. And that one's going to be hit there. A nice nab there by the shortstop as they try to get the double play. Doesn't happen. And that's going to be 1 away here in the 6th.
Audrey Manning.
As Oliver picked that one up. Good nab as she dove down for that one. And now up here for East Carter is going to be Audrey Manning now, still with bases loaded, 1 away. Swings at the first pitch there, and that's going to be down there for a single. And that's going to score 1 here for the Lady Raiders as that headed out toward Thomas there out in right field.
Now batting number 24, Trina Porter.
So Nip scores here for East Carter. Boggs heads over towards second. Pritchard at second, and Manning's there at first. And now looks like they're going to get a pinch runner here for the Lady Raiders, as that looks to be, I believe, Felty now outrunning there for Manning. And coming up to the plate here is going to be Trina Porter, number 24 for the Lady Raiders. Porter here 2 for 3 on the day. Popped up in the first, picked up 2 singles, 1 in the third, 1 in the fourth. Walked in her last at bat there in the fifth. And that's going to be ball 1 to her on the first pitch. That's the first ball that Kenny has thrown here today. That's going to be in there for a strike. So Baldwin, right-handed pitcher, now switching to the left-handed Kenny. And that's going to be a well hit right up the middle. And that's going to score 2 here for the Lady Raiders. So that's going to be a 2 RBI single there for Porter. As Boggs scores for East Carter, Pritchard scores. And so that's going to put runners there at first and second. As that first pitch, or the second pitch there is going to be, or first pitch there is going to be a pass ball. Runners will advance. I said Manning earlier, but that's actually Felty out there at third. Second pitch going to be in there for strike, so count goes here 1-1. As Shelton 1 for 3 here on the day. And that's going to bounce there, but stopped there by Jackson. Count goes here 2-1. Kenny with 10 pitches underneath her tenure here in the 6th inning. 3 balls, 7 strikes. And that's going to be bounced off there, and East Carter's going to send the runner there, and that's going to pick up another run here for the Lady Raiders. And that is going to be the ball game, as that was going to be ball 3, but ended up being a pass ball. Felty scores in from third. And that's going to finish things off here as East Carter picks up the Mercy Rule victory here in the 6th inning. Has had to double check the score here. And so your final score here at East Carter is going to be East Carter 15, Paris 5. We'll take a brief break and we'll be back here momentarily here on the Manta Sports Media Network. Broken screen, battery not lasting as long as it used to, broken charging port? Don't just live with it or get an expensive upgrade. Make it like new at Johnny's Gadget Repair. Whether it's an iPhone, iPad, Samsung, or any other major brand, we are here for all of your repair needs. Visit us at our new home at 115 Mill Street in Olive Hill, Kentucky, or call us at 606-316-6223, or check out our Facebook page or visit us online. When you go to the polls in the next election, vote for Robert Sleepy Porter, Republican candidate for Magistrate of District 5 in Carter County. Robert is a lifelong resident of Carter County and will work hard to help and serve the citizens of Carter County and to provide better and safer roads for our families to travel on. Robert would like to hear from you on his Facebook page to see how he can earn your support. Vote for Robert Sleepy Porter for Magistrate District 5, paid for by candidate. Since 1979, James Hardware has proudly served the community of Olive Hill to supply all of your home improvement needs. From paint to tools to hardware to lumber and plumbing supplies, James Hardware has you covered. Be sure to check out their wide selection of case knives, and they are also your authorized steel dealer. James Do It Best Hardware, 137 Scott Street, Olive Hill, Kentucky. Phone number 606-286-2692 or online at james.doitbest.com. For the best in tanning technology, head to Beach Buns Tanning in Moorhead and Mount Sterling, Kentucky. We have the tanning options that you want and the lotions that you need to keep that summer glow all year long. And stay tuned to the Drive-In's Facebook page for a huge announcement about the return of your favorite burgers, sliders, fries, and drinks. Beach Buns Tanning and the Drive-In are proud supporters of local high school sports. In the upcoming election, vote Eric Ross for Carter County Sheriff. Eric is an experienced police officer and a dedicated family man. With a 10-point plan, he will work to unite Carter County, increase community involvement, and improve the function and availability of the Sheriff's Department. With your support, we can make Carter County stronger together and a better place to live. Vote for Eric Ross for Carter County Sheriff. Paid for by candidate. And back here at East Carter, where East Carter comes away a victory here, 15-5 in the Mercy Rule here at the bottom of the sixth inning, as they still had runners on, but after they reached that 10-run Mercy Rule there, they picked up the victory there. So winner here tonight is going to go to Tussey. Save here is going to go, to Nip for East Carter. Loss here goes toward Baldwin for Paris. And taking a look here at some box scoring, of course, we were tied up 0-0 at the end of one. Paris picks up the first run of the game there in the second inning, and it remained 1-0 there until the fourth inning, where Paris didn't pick up anything in the top of the fourth, but in the bottom of the fourth, East Carter picked up 9 runs. In the fifth, Paris picked up 3 more runs, making it 4-9, but then East Carter answered back with 2 more, making it 4-11. Paris picked up 1 more in the final inning there in the sixth, ending up with 5 runs. East Carter finally finished off Paris there on the Mercy Rule there in the sixth inning and finished the game there with 15 runs. So Paris scores 5 runs off of 8 hits, no errors. East Carter picks up 15 runs off of 14 hits and 5 errors in on the night. Taking a look at offensive stats here for Paris, Torrey Dunford was 1 for 3 on the night with a run and an RBI. Kendall Baldwin was 1 for 3 on the night with 2 RBIs, had a double there on the day. Nia Kinney was 1 for 3 on the day. Melisha Jackson was 2 for 3 on the day with 2 runs. KK Oliver was 1 for 3 on the day with a double. Haley Baldwin was 2 for 3 on the day with an RBI. Carly Gari was 0 for 3 on the day, had 1 run as well. Sian Thomas looks like she was 0 for 2 on the day. And Sakai Griffin came in, was 0 for 1 on the day, but had a run as well. And then Zoe Slack was 0 for 2 there on the day with 2 strikeouts. For East Carter, Carson Pritchard never got really an at-bat officially, as she was walked 5 times, had 1 stolen base, 2 runs, and 1 RBI. Lydia Combs was 0 for 3 on the day with 1 run, 1 RBI. Audrey Manning was 3 for 4 on the day with 3 runs, 1 RBI, 1 double. Trina Porter, as she was 3 for 4 on the day with 2 runs, 3 RBIs. Chloe Shelton was 1 for 3 on the day with 1 run and 2 RBIs. Stephanie Tussey was 2 for 4 on the day with 1 run and 2 RBIs, had a double there on the night. Adriana Cordell was 1 for 2 on the day with 2 runs. No RBIs, but had a double. Ended up being walked once there, hit by a pitch once as well. Lakin Nip looks like she was 2 for 4 on the day with 2 runs and an RBI. And then Emily Biddle there was 2 for 3 on the day. And then Abby Boggs came in, and she was walked there and ended up picking up a run as well. So in pitching, as we said, Stephanie Tussey takes the lead there, or takes the victory there through 4 innings pitched, gave up 4 hits, 1 run, struck out 5 there on the day through 48 pitches. Lakin Nip came in there with the save, picked up 2 innings there, gave up 4 hits and 4 runs with 3 strikeouts. For Paris, it was Kendall Baldwin out there with the loss. Ended up giving up 12 hits and 12 runs through 5 innings. Nia Kinney came in there and pitched a third of the inning. Wasn't able to finish there in the 6th as the mercy rule took over. But she ended up giving up 2 hits and 3 runs. Didn't walk anybody, didn't strike out anybody through 11 pitches. And so that's going to finish things off here at East Carter today with this varsity game. The JV coming up next here, but we're going to take a little time to go off the air as we are working for the weekend here and getting ready to roll on in. So we'll take a look here at the upcoming schedule here for the East Carter Lady Raiders. And then we'll take a look also here for Paris as well, as East Carter advances up here to 16-4 here on the season with this victory over Paris. They're going to be traveling to Elliott County in on Monday before heading to St. Patrick there on the 27th, and then hosting Boyd County there on the 28th before traveling to Morgan County there on the 29th, and that's going to finish up their April schedule, and then they'll be heading into the last part there of the season. For Paris, they end up dropping down. I believe they're 4-12 here on the season. As trying to get this to pull up, seems like it's always fun when you try to click on something and it sits there and grinds for a little bit. They don't realize that people have a show to broadcast. But looks like for Paris, they do drop down to 4-12 here on the season. They'll be traveling to Mason County there on Monday, the 25th, before traveling to Bracken County for hosting GRC, George Rogers Clark, on the 28th, and then they got a doubleheader on Friday, the 29th, as they're going to travel down to Holmes for the Bulldog Bash and take on Beechwood and Holy Cross. And so that's going to finish us off here tonight here at East Carter. Your final score, once again, 15-5. East Carter takes the 6th-inning Mercy victory. And so for the Manta Sports Media crew, we'd like to thank you very much for tuning in here today. If you haven't done so already, give us a like, give us a share, subscribe to us. And also, if you'd like to be able to hear your company name or anything else out there as one of our sponsors, love to have you aboard. Contact us at 606-207-3315. Shoot us an email at mantasportsmedia@gmail.com or message us here on Facebook or YouTube. And so good night and God bless you, and we will see you all again next time here on the Manta Sports